I feel like we should be playing with blocks. I can't hear you, Paul. I can't hear you at all. Can you hear me? Uh-oh. Nope. Paul's lost his voice. The sea witch stole it. Hello, people. If there are any people, I'll be doing. Wait, I can hear your chair. I hear your chair when I hear the mic.
Can you hear me now?
Yep.
Yeah, as you can see, we're incredibly prepared for this version of the story behind the story, which is all about Sidekick. By the way, no, wait a minute, wrong way. I've got Sidekick stuff on my green screen right now.
I see that. I did comic-y stuff.
Yeah. So Carrie Anne, this week we're going to talk about Sidekick and the story behind the story of Sidekick, which is a saga beyond belief, but it's also the most fun you can have with your clothes on. So there you go. Sidekick is like the funniest thing I've ever done, and it makes me happy. And what else are we doing today? We're doing top 10.
Yeah, we're going to do our top 10. We're going to do our top 10. Well, I'm going to do my top 5 favorite superheroes, and then you're going to do your top 5 like worst superheroes or something like that.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, so we could jump right into that if you want to.
We might as well do that, because here's the great thing about Carrie Anne. She knows absolutely nothing about superheroes as far as I know, which I think is really great. So, what research did you do this week, Carrie Anne, on your top 5 superheroes? I'm going to hand the floor to you while I go and find 5 useless superheroes, because I've done no prep whatsoever.
Oh my gosh. Well, you have Sidekick, and Sidekick is nothing but useless superheroes. So I think that we could even just play our game with your 5 from Sidekick.
We're going to be playing our game, but why don't we hand it over to Carrie Anne to tell us everything she knows about superheroes?
So, all right. So I know a little bit about superheroes. I do have some from when I was a kid that I really like, and I'm an actress, so sometimes I perform for kids as superheroes as well. But here we go. I'm going to share my screen. Share my screen. Share my entire screen. All right. So now we can see my screen. So here's my first one. I wish Paul was here though, because I need Paul's help in explaining things. So
I'm here. I'm just letting you get on with it while I go and do research to find 5 really bad superheroes, because I've done nothing yet.
Oh my gosh. So this is number 5. This is Storm. And I know she's from X-Men. I don't honestly know a lot about her, except for that I really love thunderstorms, and her name is Storm, and look at her. She's beautiful and really cool, and she has storm powers. So therefore she is my top 5. In my top 5. I love her because of those reasons, and I don't know anything else about her. And I like this quote. It says, "Tyrant, your villainy will be held here." And she's like got all the electricity in her hands, and I don't know. I just really like that. So that's my number 5. Number 4 is Superman, because who doesn't love Superman? He's handsome and the epitome of all that is good and just. And, I remember Christopher Reeve's Superman, and I really enjoy Henry Cavill as Superman as well. So that is that. And then we go to number 3. I was like, oh my gosh, 5, 4, 3. 3 is Batman. I kind of grew up with Batman. Any of all the superheroes, I probably know the most about Batman. My favorite Batman is Christian Bale. I also liked Michael Keaton, and I thought Val Kilmer did well. Oh my gosh, my computer might die. Hold on just a second. I gotta plug my computer in, because otherwise it could die, and we don't want that, because then I'll have to reboot and it'll be all bad. I can't get to my cord. Oh my gosh, you guys, enjoy Batman for like 10 seconds. Look how cool he is. Does anybody know he's Bruce Wayne? Probably everyone. Oh my god, my cord is tangled. This is amazing. I can't. Help me. Hold on.
Carrie Anne completely lost the plot. She has absolutely no idea what's going on.
I'm
She's got her own chair and everything. It's great.
Okay. All right. Here we go. There's Batman. Christian Bale's my favorite Batman. What I like about Batman is that he really doesn't have any powers. He's just kind of a badass. And he, look at him. All right. And then here's Catwoman. She's my number 2. I always loved her. I love cats, and so that really is the reason that I love Catwoman, but I kind of like her thing that she has with Batman. And she's cool because she's a cat lady. And I got really mad when Anne Hathaway got cast as Catwoman because I was like, damn it, I've always wanted to play Catwoman. And then Anne Hathaway stepped in and played her, and I was mad. All right, and here's my number one. My number one is Wonder Woman. Because, God, who doesn't love Wonder Woman? And I do know a decent bit about Wonder Woman, actually. Gal Gadot, obviously, is my favorite Wonder Woman. Look at her. That movie was amazing. I stood up and yelled in the theater practically when she's ever doing anything because she's amazing. I have a kid's book about Wonder Woman that says she can talk to animals. I was like, oh, my God, me too. That's it. That's my top 5.
That's it? That's it. That's all you got. You haven't given me enough time to do anything with it.
Well, here, I'll just keep talking.
Yeah, keep talking because I have done no research whatsoever.
Okay, so my top 5 worst superheroes, Paul Jenkins.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah. Oh no, I like it. The problem is I'm like miles behind this week, and so I'm going to there's one of them that I've just got like a page of images because I can show like loads of images because I think it's going to be fun. We're going to go with my absolute top 5 useless superheroes. Here we go. Let's see. Share screen. All right.
We're together. We got it. Yeah, I found my way back to my chair, untangled the cord. Computer's not going to die.
Okay, you're not going to believe this one though. You see this one?
What the?
I don't know how much you can see on the page.
What is happening here?
This guy is called Arm Fall Off Boy.
No.
I would like to do a dramatic reading of the text. Greetings, Legionnaires. The time has come for you to meet Arm Fall Off Boy. My, that's unusual. My power will astound you. Observe as I detach my limb and transform it into a deadly weapon.
Can I cuss on this show?
Please do.
Like, what the fuck?
Thank you. Yes, indeed. What the fuck is going on with that?
Thank you for beating the villain about the head with your arm.
Arm Fall Off Boy is particularly spectacular in my opinion. That is a good one.
So yours is so much better than mine because I don't have a whole lot to say about mine. I'm like, I like Storm because she has storm powers and I love storms and I would like to have storm powers, you know?
Right. Okay. So here's the next one. Absolutely no redeeming quality whatsoever. This is a really good one. I'm very pleased about this one.
I'm just gonna sip my tea and be horrified. That's
this one you can see. I'll show you a little of it
right
there.
I don't want to see. No, unsee.
Who is this?
Oh, I'm not going to name any names.
Yeah, this is Leather Boy.
Oh my God!
I think that's well appropriately named, Leather Boy.
Yeah,
I like it. It makes no sense to me either. But hey,
it makes sense to me that he's gagged. Because what if he needs to like call for help? He can't. He
can't do it. It's one of the problems of being Leather Boy. Okay. This is one that I'm particularly fond of, and I actually brought it up with. Let me see if I can find this. I brought it up.
Is anybody out there? You guys comment so we know you're here.
Yeah, there's people out there. I can see people watching.
We need friends. Hello.
So here's one that I think is really funny. Right? Look, this one I brought up the Google page because there's so much of it. This is a character called the Big Wheel. And he's a Spider-Man villain, to be fairly fair. But there's stuff on this guy everywhere. His name is Jackson Wheel. I was actually going to write him in my Spider-Man run. And he basically rides around in the middle of a big wheel and he crushes people. That's why you don't mess with the big wheel. And actually, I wanted to rename him. His name is apparently Jackson Wheel. I don't know why they did that because I would have called him Axel.
Oh, yeah.
That was a perfect one. So Jackson Wheel is a really good one.
And he looks properly psychotic too. Like that picture of him, he just looks totally psycho.
Now, here's another good one. I don't know if people have ever seen this one before, but it's particularly spectacular. This guy, I've got to be honest, I've actually done a hero just like him, but let's take a quick look at him. This is the Red Bee.
Not to be confused with the Carpenter Bee.
Well, the Carpenter Bee, yes. We're going to get to that in a minute. So the question would be, when they were making up the Red Bee, why did they kind of go, hey, you should be the Red Bee and not like the blue bee or something. Like,
Right.
what happened?
Because red is ragey. I don't know.
I think his red's a bit ragey, but this guy's apparently from like the 1940s. By the way, you can see Arm Fall Off Boy makes a lot
What? Tell him to go home. He's gross.
I like Arm Fall Off Boy. He's pretty good, but the red bee's particularly good. I like the red bee. So there's some tremendous there's some tremendously bad ones. I gotta be honest that it almost seems unfair to me because this one is so bad that I think this one's amazing. This is like this is so bad that it's good. Okay. I had never heard of this one either, by the way. This was one that I looked up and I was like, this is great. So this is Color Kid. And it's the design is the worst thing I've ever seen in my life.
It looks very druggy. Like it looks like somebody was on some drugs.
Yeah, we can sort of bring him in a little bit. Here you go, Color Kid. This is what you look like.
My God. Color Kid looks like he's 100 years old.
I thought so too. I couldn't. And then he's singing, if happy little bluebirds fly.
Oh my God. Above gumdrop LSD skies.
Yeah. And I'm thinking that it might well have been, and this is cool, it might well have been an early LGBT character.
Yeah.
Because of the color scheme and all that kind of stuff. And that's from 1985. So well done, DC Comics, if so.
But like, what's going on with his outfit? I'm a little disturbed by the bottom half of his outfit. It looks very weird.
Yeah, particularly crap, I thought. So well done, Color Kid. You made the #1 worst
superhero ever. He doesn't have eyes either. Like he's a little frightening to be, like.
Watch all the ads going off in the corner. By look, you find out how much you could save with a home and auto bundle. It's like we're advertising stuff.
It looks like he's cheering for that. No, I'm excited to play our can Carrie Anne guess the stupid superhero game?
Yeah, we're going to play that game. In fact, people who comment, if anybody's here in the comments, we'll take a quick look and see who's around. Annette's here, of course, right? Scott's over there. Look, hello, Scott. How you doing, mate? Mate of mine. We are looking at stupid superheroes, right? So, Carrie Anne, tell us what you've been doing this week. What's going on? Your hair's getting longer.
My hair it just gets longer and longer and longer. It's not even in the frame anymore. It's so long.
Yep.
The transformation is almost complete, I've just been working on stuff. I got some, short film I'm getting ready to go shoot soon up in North Carolina that I'm excited about. We've been working on that, getting all of our union COVID protocols squared away and getting ready otherwise. And that's exciting. And I don't know, just, hanging out with Rune and Kat here.
With the cat?
Yeah, no, I've just been doing a lot of stuff. We've been doing stuff for Meta. We've been doing lots of stuff. We filmed some dumb promos recently. I got to see another human being.
Yes, you did. Yeah, we got to do some of that stuff, so that was fun. What else is going on though? What's going on in the world this week? Nothing's happening really. It's just.
It's on fire as usual, but other than that, I don't think there's anything worth talking about.
Yeah, nothing worth talking about because it's all miserable and everybody's mad at each other and no one really.
I did see a video though of this, and somebody told me it was CGI, which I'm sure it was, but it was a little pig, and he was the cutest little thing, and he had his little Sunday hat on, and he was tra-la-laing on a little ball. He's walking down, he's rolling down the street, he's like a little circus pig, and somebody was like, that's CGI, right? And I was like, I don't care. He lives in my heart, and he's just trundling around on his little ball with his hat, and it just made me so happy.
You can go off and search for that because that was actually pretty tremendous. I like that little pig.
Yeah, it's on my Facebook page. I could find it.
Bring up the pig because it is about the cutest thing I've ever seen in my life. Actually, I love the pig.
And if it is CG, it's really good.
It's a little pig on a ball going down the street.
Yeah, oh my God! And his little butt wiggles and his little tail, and it's one of those things when you see it that you're like, oh, this is what we need right now. I don't care if it's real or not.
That's right. Yeah.
All right, I just posted him recently, so give me 10, 15, 20 seconds if Facebook will load properly for me, and then I can find him.
Yeah, I can do stuff that absolutely. While you're busy doing it, I can do things like this. Let's put up a superhero. Ready?
I'm ready. I can't see it because I'm looking for the.
Can't see it because you're too busy. Here's one of our superheroes from SIDEKICK.
Oh, what is that like? Nancy Kerrigan. Wait, no. I was to say, is that like Tanya Harding?
Well, this is the game that we're going to play tonight. So the question is, if anybody has an idea.
That's her. That's her name. Her name's Wraith Skater.
What's it called now?
Wraith, like a ghost. Wraith Skater, because she looks like an ice skater.
God, I'm glad that you don't write comic books. That's about the worst name I've ever heard for a superhero. It's supposed to be, all right. You're going to like the name of this character because it's a pun.
Oh boy.
Her name is Iced Tina.
Hey, I like it. I found the pig.
All right, let's see the pig.
All right, let me pause it so it won't. So okay, here we go. Just 1 second.
Show us the pig you've been playing with this week.
I know. I'm so excited. He's so cute. Let's share my screen. Share. Okay, I'm sharing my screen. Here he is. Let's see if I can make him full screen. Hold on. Sorry. All these notifications. Go away, notifications. Oh my God. Okay, hold on. Hold, please. Okay, here we go. So here's the pig. Here he is. Look at him.
Look at that pig.
Here we go. Look at him go. Here, we'll go back to the beginning.
Show it again. Look at this pig.
Look at his little booty. Oh my God. Oh my God. Too much. It's too much. Look at him.
And of course, right, that is that's in Great Britain. You can tell because of the cars going on the left-hand side of the road.
So cute.
This is why this is why it's great to be from Great Britain, because that kind of stuff happens on every high street all the time.
That's right, Paul. That's actually where I'm from. Yeah, me too.
That's where you would be from if you could be.
Right. Yeah, you're correct.
Yes. So, let's talk a little bit about Sidekick, which is
yes. I have questions for you when you're ready for. Oh, look at that! It made it like all like they're all like disappearing. Ooh. It's like when I hold up I wrote questions down for you about Sidekick.
I like it.
If you want to jump in that way, or do you want to play with
jump in that one? That's fine. I was going to show people what Sidekick kind of is.
Yeah, show them what it is. They're probably like, what in the hell is going on?
Yeah. Okay, well, Sidekick is I'm going to show a little bit of a fun thing tonight. Sidekick is basically a book that I did with Chris Marino, who's one of the greatest creators that I know. And Chris is one of the funniest people that I know. And here's our logo for Sidekick, by the way. We'll just kind of show people what it looks like. Here we go.
That was a smaller version of Babe.
Yep, there he is. Sidekick. Wait a minute, is that too big?
There you go.
There you go. So it is Jenkins and Marino's Sidekick, absolutely. And it is basically the story of a superhero sidekick that makes a very bad decision because he can't make any money. So he decides to job himself out to four superheroes at the same time, and his life goes to crap. Right? Because what could go wrong if you're a superhero sidekick? You went, I think I'll just make a bit more money on the side and work for four superheroes at the same time. What could possibly go wrong, Carrie Anne?
Oh, everything.
Yeah, the answer is nothing could possibly go wrong. It's a great idea, right? So we did this first years ago. We love it. It's like my favorite thing to do. It makes me happy. And Chris is an incredible artist. I don't know if any of you guys are familiar with Chris's work, but he's absolutely brilliant. He's really funny. He's got a great, incredible sardonic sense of humor, and he is brilliant. He's actually an art director for Disney's Muppet Babies right now.
What? I didn't know that.
Yep.
So that makes me really excited because I love Muppet Babies.
Yeah. So Chris is one of the funniest, most amazing people that I've known in my life. He's one of the coolest people, and so I'm going to show you a little bit.
He might be here next week. Next week we may have Chris.
Yeah, Chris will come and visit with us. So I'm going to show you a little bit of what Sidekick does. Right, this is Sidekick.
That thing.
Hang on a second. Let me just share it. So this is Sidekick. This is actually him dressed as the carpenter bee, and the premise behind this is that when the sidekicks every year, just like the Justice Society or whatever, they try to get into the Council of American Superheroes. This is Eddie, the main character, dressed as the carpenter bee. And he's trying to get into the Council of American Superheroes, and everybody's making fun of him. And so the great thing about it is that let's just kind of move through. This is Eddie. By day, he's a pizza delivery boy, and by night he is the and that now he has to take on this thing. He's a planet crusher. And so by night he's a superhero. He's a sidekick to this guy whose name is Mr. Excellent. And as you can see, he's wearing a shirt that says XL, which he believes stands for excellence, but in fact is just an extra large shirt.
Can you zoom in on him a little bit?
I can zoom in a little bit. Yes, here you go.
Better.
Well, apparently I cannot zoom in. I'm not quite sure why.
Everyone put your face closer to your screen.
Nope, I can't get in any further. It won't let me zoom in. All right. So Eddie is very long suffering, and basically Mr. Accident leaves him with this character to face him alone, and the character's name is Regurgito. As you can see what happens next. Now, my favorite thing about Sidekick is that he has his own sidekick, which is a guy called Darren. And Darren is basically his roommate, never pays any rent. All they do is play video games together. And Darren is, like everything else, this is autobiographical. And Darren is based on my best friend, Darren, who is the least ambitious person I've ever met in my life. And when Darren and I lived together before I got married, Darren would basically get to the end of the month and just go, I've got $300. Is that enough? He never would pay his rent. It was great. So this is the story of Eddie trying to join the Council of American Superheroes. And this year he goes and he tries to go as the carpenter bee. But I love this guy. This guy's just great. In fact, I think if I can just, maybe if I just reduce this or something, if I just make it no longer, like full size or something, maybe you could see this guy with the eggs and bacon. He's like eggs and bacon man. I love that guy. The
green guy?
Yeah, no, this guy right in front, like he's got eggs and bacon on his shirt.
Oh, I see.
Which is just genius, right? I don't know why. And then, so he just walks through the crowd and everybody's making fun of him. Nice outfit, dude. Fuck you. What'd you lose the bet? Up yours. He just like really annoyed. And this is his best friend in the story. This is Perspiration Lad, and his power is that he perspires a lot. That's it. Yeah, they're all completely useless. These are the 4 superheroes that he works for. That's Brother Commando, the Justice Queen, who's never actually fought a crime in her life, Mr. Excellent, and Night Judge, who's basically Batman. And so the best part is that we just make up superheroes at the same time. We're going to play this game in a little while. We had the Living Filter, which was a cigarette. We had Olga Sputnik, which I really particularly like, actually. Future Lass was from the future, but she never studied history and she doesn't have a very good memory. So there's kind of no point in her being from the future because she can't remember anything. Everything that happens, she said, I didn't remember that because it was history to her. We like the Closer because the Closer's secret power is the only person that can close a deal in Hollywood within 3 weeks. Captain Fuck Up, of course, who just fucked everything up. The Kitty Wrangler, which is really good because he's just torn to pieces. And then this one here, this guy Gondam the Significant, is actually one of my favorite characters I've ever done. So I don't know if you guys are familiar, but the idea is that basically he comes from a dying homeworld. He's got a robotic homeworld and he's dying. But what's really happening is they're not dying. They're all really, really bad hypochondriacs. So he's not coming from a dying homeworld. He's coming from a really, really hypochondriac homeworld where they're like, we're dying. And then Anglerfish Boy. So this is the adventure of, and then, so Spider-Man has Aunt May, yeah. I'm sure you're familiar with that, Carrie.
Yeah.
So this is Eddie's Aunt Mavis, always done in air quotes. And he goes to visit Aunt Mavis, and this is Aunt Mavis. And she makes him these special wheat cakes, but she's always got like cigarette ash in it. It's great. It's like every superhero trope that we could find, we just messed with. Here is Eddie's Trials. This is him.
Oh, no, I read this part.
Yeah, this is the best.
No, it's so terrible.
It's awful.
No, it gets really. Look, you're gonna make Rune leave because Rune's like, I'm gonna start yelling, and he's gonna be like, no.
Yeah, I like Amazonia. That's really good.
Yeah.
And then Weinstein of the Jungle is the guy at the bottom. I love him too. He's basically keeps the jungles and finances in order so that you don't have to. So it's just basically like completely stupid, and that is what I actually get paid to do sometimes. Isn't it great? Now we're going to play a game with this, Carrie Anne. We're going to play, and this is open for everyone at home that wants to play. We're going to introduce a few superheroes, and they're actually characters from Sidekick, and we're going to see if Carrie Anne can come up with the name of who these people might be.
Okay.
Right. Now, I got to be honest, Carrie Anne, I don't much fancy your chances. I think you're going to struggle with it, but no, we'll see what we can come up with.
Remember when we played that Star Wars versus Star Trek game, and I was weirdly really good at it, even.
True enough, right? Like I have seen you be halfway good at this. Now I've got a bit of a problem with this because they're all named, and so you can kind of see them at the top, which is a bit of a shame. But we're going to try it. We'll try it and see if I can share it so that you can't see the name. So close your eyes, Carrie Anne. Okay. It's like, why are we doing this? We'll give it a try. All right. Now, I don't know. I'm going to have to take a quick look and see. Yeah, you can see it, unfortunately. You can kind of see her name.
Is it at the top? Because
it's at the top. So you just have to look at her and work out. No, don't worry.
I can't see her name. I can't read her name from back here.
You can't read her name back here. So who's this?
Hippie.
Hippie?
Hippie, like Pippi Longstockings. Pippi, Pippi Bad Stockings.
Pippi Bad Stockings. She is a villain. I will tell you that. Yeah, she's a villain. Any guesses at home if you can't see? I mean, I imagine you can see it. If people want to write in alternate suggestions, that's all good. But this is, in fact, Backyard Betty, Temptress of the Trailer Park.
Okay.
Yes, she's bad.
Yeah, because I can't see that unless I can't even read it if I'm like right here. So because
I can expand it. Okay, so this one I like. Right, I'm going to get him to be
Question Bot.
Question Bot.
That's my guess on his name.
I like Question Bot, which is decent. But remember, he's really stupid.
Right, like so he doesn't have any of the correct answers. He'd be like Siri or.
We worked out how to do it. Now we can do it. Okay.
Yeah, he'd be like Siri or Alexa, but with all the wrong answers.
Well done. Okay, now you're getting there. You're getting into the swing of things, right? So who's this guy? We got him too big now. We're gonna have to just kind of reduce.
That's what I feel like he's questioning. You're like, hey, Question Bot, what time of year is Christmas? And he's like, July.
He's like, oh. No, he's basically just like, I don't know. Let's see if we can just reduce him a little bit more. All right, so yeah, this is Confuso, the world's dumbest robot.
Okay, well, I wasn't that far off.
If you need to calculate your attack vector to the nearest decimal point, frankly, look elsewhere because he can't calculate shit. All right, let's go. I love these. This makes me so happy. These characters. This guy.
No.
We're gonna reveal him as we go. Here we go.
Huh.
Who do you remind you of?
He reminds me of Hercules, but like he must not be very strong if all he can hold is that little tiny umbrella. And he used to pull his tunic down; it's too short.
Yes. I don't know if we can go any smaller with him. He's about as small as he gets. This is
like Atlas or Hercules or.
Yeah. This is the bit that you can't see, which I'm very disappointed about. I'm trying to see why I can't fit these in. I may have to start this again. I may have to start this again. This is actually, he's holding aloft a little umbrella.
Yeah, yeah, I see that.
So who does he remind you of? Can you see the umbrella? You can't see the umbrella.
No, like who does he? I mean, he like a real person or like mythology?
No, which superhero does he remind you of?
Oh God, I don't know. Are there superheroes with umbrellas? Um,
Yeah, there you go. I was thinking more like Questron.
yeah, I saw that one. That's a good one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I can be like, Captain America. I don't know.
I'm gonna have to end this and then try to open that one again, because the problem with it is that they're not showing very well.
Then you don't know enough. Bye.
But that guy was Dagmar the Swede, Norse god of drizzle.
Ah!
So he's basically Thor, right?
Oh, okay.
He's kind of Thor. Yeah.
I know
let's
that
see if
one.
we can. So we can show this one. Okay, what have we got in this one? Let's take a look and see what we've got. Okay, see this guy?
Yes.
Yes, there you go.
I mean, he looks like he's going hunting, so he must be bad at it because he's supposed to be bad at stuff. So
yeah, he does look. Okay, we got him now, right?
he looks like he's going hunting, but weirdly also has a little bit of like a David Bowie thing happening with the it looks like a crescent moon, like in Labyrinth when the poet shirt is open, he's got the crescent that's kind of like this. I mean, I'm just guessing that he's a terrible hunter. He just looks like he's gonna go on safari, but he's bad at it.
He is a terrible hunter. It's more about like what he's hunting actually. That's the problem.
Oh.
Yeah, this is Claude Ball's Dinosaur Hunter. And so basically, when mankind eventually clones dinosaurs, Claude has got to be ready.
Okay.
But he doesn't actually have any to hunt right now.
Right.
He's definitely ready to hunt dinosaurs whenever we manage to clone them.
Gotcha.
So he makes me happy because Claude Balls is a really good idea. I really like the fact that all of the sidekick. So this guy, yeah, he's sort of disappeared again, and he's gone a bit funny, but we'll reduce him a little bit in size. So this guy,
Turbo Bro.
Yeah, no, not that. No, I can't. Oh man, I can't show him. We're having technical difficulties here. We're going to lose this right now. We're going to try to share again because I do not know why, but we're having difficulty. Davey Knockett. Yes. Let's see if I can kind of re-find that. Because I want to do that one again. Okay, let's see. We're gonna head up in here. Oh, there you go. I've got to go back into Dropbox, unfortunately. Dropbox has become insane. I don't know what's happening to it. Dropbox has just kind of decided to be really difficult today. And I do not know why. So we're going to try this one again. Bring up our sidekick. Let's see, what are we going to look for? Yeah, let's look for sidekick. PSD.
Shopping on Amazon.
Yeah, here we go. Okay. Now then, let's see if we can share this. I'm not quite sure if we can, but we're gonna try and share this again. Okay.
Okay, ready?
Share screen, Chrome tab. Here's this guy. Can you see him? What does he look like? Aha! Right now then.
He looks very smelly.
Yeah, he does look a bit smelly, doesn't he?
Y6. Does this say Y6 on his chest?
Now, come on, Carrie Anne.
I can't see very well. Y6.
It's a YB.
Oh. I don't know. He just looks smelly. He just looks dirty and smelly. Why be clean?
Yeah. No. YB is the designation for ytterbium. This is ytterbium man.
Oh.
Which is an element. YB is an element.
Right.
And the idea behind it is that ytterbium is the only element that wasn't already taken. Like silver and gold and all the good ones were taken. So this guy ended up as ytterbium man. And all that ytterbium does is it kind of rusts. So his catchphrase is, "It's time to get kind of rusty." Right. Right. Let's see what else we got. Hang on a second. Let's try one more. I'm going to give you one more chance to redeem yourself because your guesses have been
Oh,
awful.
boy.
Just terrible. Let's try.
Biscuits for me.
You're going to get mad at me about this next one.
Uh-oh, no, why? I was gonna maybe yell.
Yeah, you're going to get mad at me. Who's this?
Oh, what is happening? I, why is it? It's like a sexy donkey person, like, or no, like a, what do they call it, chupacabra or something? Like, what is this?
No, she's not a chupacabra.
South of the border lady.
I like it. I
Like,
like it. In fact, south of the border, lady, you're getting there. Now you're beginning to understand. Absolutely.
I see the arrow.
Yes.
Ugh.
I don't know why we're having these technical difficulties, by the way, because I keep reducing her and then she gets bigger again.
Oh no, I see it. Oh, Paul. I see it now. I can't unsee it. No, I'm not going to say it. I refuse.
Come on, Carrie Anne.
No. Nope. Nope.
The great part about this character is that her power, before I reveal her name, if you've never seen it, her power is the power of double entendre. So she basically makes like accidental sex jokes and like that's her power. This is the redoubtable pink taco. I get paid to do this, which I love.
God, I'll double whatever they're paying you to make you stop.
No, I'm not stopping now because this gets better. Here we go.
The terrible thing about that, Paul, is that it took me a while because there's an arrow there and she's wearing a very strange scarf.
Right. Yes. Very sorry. Can you see this guy? You can almost see this guy. We're kind of revealing him accidentally as we go.
It's got like a machine gun for a mouth.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure why it always gets so difficult here, but basically, I can't even scroll up and down.
They're all fuck ups. You can't expect them to work in their 2D forms either.
They're all terrible. They're all terrible. I can't get them working.
This guy looks like he should be at the Grand Ole Opry, but he's got a cannonball mouth or something.
Yeah. You see him a bit better now?
Yeah.
Yeah, so this guy is Miles Flat, the vocal assassin. Which I like him. He's a good one because he, he's clever. Like, his voice can blow chunks in like holes out of walls and stuff like that. Yeah. He's a vocal assassin. I'm going to see if I have to skip the next one. No, I don't have to skip the next one. Hang on a minute. What's going on? Let's see.
Nobody knows.
Yeah, I don't know what keeps happening. We are having technical difficulties today. I do not understand what's going on. Let's see. I suppose we just have to kind of stop streaming. Oh, there you go. He's got really big now. I don't know why that's all happening. I can reduce the size of the file, but it's just weird. Miles Flat, the vocal assassin. So Carrie Anne, let's see. Give me. This is how we're going to do this. Give me a superpower that would be really bad.
Oh, like a let's see. My God, why can't I think? The power to that like everything shatters, glass shatters all around the person. The glass.
Wow, that's actually a real character. That would be Karnak the Shatterer from the Inhumans. I actually made my name on the Inhumans years ago. Karnak the Shatterer is actually a guy who if he sees the floor and anything like a glass or a bottle or something, he just touches it and it shatters.
Shatters, yeah.
So that's a real one. Well done. Apparently, like Karnak the Shatterer is not one that you would particularly go for. Interesting in Karnak,
Let's see. I'm trying to think. The ability to turn food to ash.
That's not bad. See, now you're thinking about. So let me tell you how Chris and I created all of these superheroes, and we literally have about 150 of these things, and we're doing another 120 more. Sorry. we literally just wrote each other a series of emails that just had stupid names on them.
Yeah.
Right? So one of my favorites is Weinstein of the Jungle, who is just basically this little like accountant that lives in the jungle like Tarzan, but he's the accountant to the jungle, which makes no sense. Right? And that's how Sidekick was born. It was just this really stupid series of ideas. It was just, we decided we would just be stupid one day, and I'm going to kind of share.
I'm stupid.
Yeah, we do. Again, we don't try very hard. That's why it's so great. Is you don't really have much to do. You just kind of come up with really stupid ideas. Let's see if you can see these ones. What do we got in here? This. Yeah, this is codependent and the enabler. And what we would do is we would just write names down, right? Count Dracula. I really like that one. That was one of my favorites. Count Dracula. Drunkenstein or Drunkenstein. This is a good one. This one is Mood. So if you know anything about Batman, Batman has a villain called Two-Face. And Two-Face is like sometimes good, sometimes bad, and flips a coin to work out if people live or die. This is Mood Swinger, and she's happy one moment and depressed the next. And no one has the nerve to tell her she's just bipolar. Right? It's wrong in so many ways.
I don't know why I like her, but she's one of my favorites.
She's a good one because her design is really good. That's why.
Yeah, I like the way she looks.
I like her temperature gauge as well.
Yeah. Oh, I didn't know that. Yeah.
Like, what kind of mood is she in? And that's why Chris is so brilliant, that he's really, let's see, Sinestro and his old pal Buddy. It makes no sense, but we wrote the name down, and then he just drew this. And the Wolf Manicurist as well. That's a great one. Miami's leading lupine nail specialist.
I like that one.
So Sidekick is really a fun thing. It's just goofy, So here's what we're doing. Let's talk a little bit about what's going on with Sidekick right now, because hopefully people have got a little bit of interest in it. We are actually bringing Sidekick back in a number of ways, and I'm going to show everybody just one thing that I think everybody's going to kind of enjoy. We are going to come back with a brand new Sidekick comic, which I think is really cool. It's the origin story of Sidekick. I'm actually going to do, I suppose, the world premiere of the origin of Sidekick right now, because no one's ever seen it before. That's because we're way behind schedule and we just couldn't be bothered to show anyone.
Oh gosh, that's terrible. Look at, is it Base Comics or Bass Marine Comics? Here's a villain power for you: a very beautiful woman who lures young men with a seductive look, but then sucks the age out of them with a kiss. That's like fairy tale stuff.
Yeah, that's more of a, what is that? See, now Carrie Anne. Now what we have to do is, what's the name of that character?
Oh, well, it depends. I'd have to think. You could call it, but my first thought, well, that's the name of one of the mermaids in Pirates of the Caribbean. They call her Sirenia, like siren, but
yeah.
But sirens were not. They were like, we had lion feet and like all kinds of. They weren't like, they didn't look like mermaids. So that's a whole other thing. I'd have to think about it. We'll put a pin in that and I'll think about it. But that sounds like a fairy tale villain. It's very siren-esque, or it just sounds like a fairy. It sounds like a dark fairy, and it sounds like an unseelie fairy. Dark.
Yeah. I mean, that sounds to me like, like a fun character, but I'm not so sure that's much fun actually, because I'm a little bit like, that's a little bit disturbing, to be honest.
Disturbing, or it sounds like like lots of fairy stories are that way, where they're like, they lure humans away.
All right, well, let's show everybody the origin of Sidekick. This is literally how his origin comes about. Eddie, as you know, or as I said, is a superhero sidekick that can't make any money. So he decides, he makes a really bad decision. He decides to job himself out to a bunch of superheroes at the same time. Okay. Oops, hang on a second. I want to lose this little thing, don't I? I want hide sidebar. Here we go. Now we've got the origin of Now we've got it, and we can make it a little larger for everybody. So this is the origin. Many, many years ago, from a distant planet that's dying in the middle of a terrible black hole, out jettisons a little baby in a spacecraft. Does that sound familiar to you, by the way?
The Superman, right?
That's the origin of Superman.
Yeah, see, look, I know some stuff.
You did. Now, meanwhile, down on a crossroads, blind scientist, whatever his name is crossing the road with a big can of nuclear waste. So that's Daredevil's origin. And as he does so, a truck comes hurtling around the corner. It's carrying antimatter. And meanwhile, there's a hyper pig that's being chased by a bunch of aliens, and they're all converging on this intersection right here. And then the payoff to the gag is, meanwhile, 20 miles away, and it's Eddie just driving in the bottom one, and he can just see the explosion like 20 miles away. Like, it has nothing to do with him whatsoever, but it's just funny that he's like 20 miles from what happened. It's a little bit like Life of Brian. I don't know if you've ever seen that movie, but in Life of Brian, Brian is born just down the road from Jesus. So the night that Jesus is born, there's another kid in a stable nearby called Brian, and the three wise men come to see Brian first by mistake.
That's funny.
And they bring him gold, frankincense, and myrrh. And they're really confused, like why the mom doesn't even get, she's like, what are you visiting me for? And then they leave and they say, well, hail Brian, and they leave, and then a little while later they come back and they take the gifts back and they go down the street to where Jesus is. They just got the wrong address.
Oh, funny.
It's great. So this is Eddie and his thing. So let me show you the next page. I might be able to show you the next page if I can just find the app itself. Hang on a second. Right. So, hang on a minute. Let's get that sidebar back. Yes, here we go. So this is Eddie delivering pizza. Oh, what happened? Here we go. This is Eddie delivering his. Oh, wait a minute. So he delivers pizza. And I don't know what you can even see there. Yeah, there he is. So he delivers it, and he comes upon this lady who lives in the apartment building, who seems to be really into the pizza boy. And they have fun. His face is great. This is 10 minutes later. But then she tries to tell him, "No, you don't understand. I'm Beverly Boulevard," which is the joke about Lois Lane. And my husband is the world's most crazy superhero, Mr. Excellent. So he's just basically done it with Mr. Excellent's wife. So now he got caught. So this is her trying to hide him in the closet in the yeah, this is like secret place.
Oh no. I see. Man. I was like, wait a minute, what is that? And then, oh geez, Paul.
I love this. Carrie Anne, like I feel like we're just like basically like you're growing up in front of our eyes right here. This is Mr. Excellent, and she's trying to stop him from going down, and he breaks down. He goes downstairs to post on Facebook, and she can't stop him, and he finds Eddie in there, and Eddie's just dressed like he's just dressed himself up in whatever he can find. And Mr. Excellent's like, all right, try explaining this to me. And he says, well, I'm your sidekick from the future, except you don't know that right now. And he gives him this really, really stupid explanation. And Mr. Excellent loves it. So he says, come on, let's go and fight danger. And as he's dragging him, he's got, you can fly, can't you?
Oh, God.
And then Eddie just grabs his cape and they go flying around. So there's the origin of sidekick. That's what we've been working on. And another thing that we are working on with Sidekick, I will stop this share right now. Another thing that we're working on with Sidekick, which is really cool, is we are doing a card game. So we're going to be doing this crazy card game that you play against each other. And we're going to try and see if we can port it into a digital card game. But basically, the idea behind the card game is that you have to try and throw a punch. That's all you get to do. It's like you're so bad that the most you can do is throw a punch and try to survive the night, So there you go. Now, did you have questions for me, Karen? Because I believe all I did was just...
I did, but I mean, I think that you kind of covered most of them, and we're you know, I'd say we probably have about 10 minutes left in what we think about our time frame as being, but who knows? Time doesn't exist, really, does it?
Well, time is an illusion,
It is. It's a man-made illusion.
like
Time.
lunchtime doubly so.
Oh my gosh. Yep. Okay. So, I can ask you a couple of these. Are any of the characters based off of real people? Yeah. Well, you answered that. One was what's his name? Dwayne?
No, Darren. Yeah.
Darren. That guy. I'm gonna call him every other name. Dwayne, Dylan.
This is probably too much information, but we're going to go down this road anyway.
Right.
So yes, there are a couple of characters that are based on real people. One of them is Eddie, who is me, because I've definitely had to like be a sidekick to a lot of people. You know, it's a challenge. One of them is Darren, who is
Guys.
You're gonna get mad at me again.
Oh God.
One of them is Darren, who is my old roommate, and Darren had a nemesis.
That's about one of them too.
Yeah, Darren had a nemesis, who it's just funny, but real person. So his nemesis was my ex-girlfriend, and she was a challenge.
Good Lord.
Yes.
Her life is a challenge if she looks like that.
She was a challenge. She was a good dancer. I'll put it that way.
No.
She was mental, and he hated her. And it's the only person I've ever seen Darren hate. He hated her. And she was pretty horrible. But yeah, she was this is based on my ex.
Oh my God.
It's so bad. So yes, everything I write is autobiographical, Carrie Anne. So these are based on real people.
I had a guess about one of them, but I don't know if you want to tell that story on the internet.
Go on then. Which one?
Mood Swinger.
Mood Swinger. Yes, that's also based on the same person.
The one I'm thinking about.
Same person. Yes.
Oh, that's the same person.
That is the same person. Yeah.
Oh, I didn't realize. Wow. Okay.
Yeah. Challenging moment of my life. Yes, absolutely. So yeah, there are some real people. Go on, carry on. Any more questions?
Let's see. Well, this one is just kind of funny. This is not so I had a list of 5 questions, and the last question just says any regrets. Haha.
I have so many regrets that I don't even know where to begin. Yes, there are regrets ranging from getting stabbed and then having the police called on me.
That's Mood Swinger.
That was Mood Swinger. Yeah.
Yeah. You wanted to talk about getting stabbed, so I left that.
I'm going to tell you something about this particular project, right? Why Sidekick is so funny is that in many ways, I could tell why it was popular or why people liked it immediately. And that's because the very first time that we went to San Diego to sell it, we only had one issue out. It was like Sidekick #1. And we were promoting it. And Chris and I were really funny about selling it. We could sell it in a second. And we started realizing we're like 100% sales. And it's not because the book is that funny. It's because we're really good at selling it. And so we would pick people coming by and we'd bark them over and we'd say, hey, can I interest you in a comic book? And we would make them laugh and they would buy it every time. I'm like, pick that annoyed 15-year-old teenage girl. I bet she's not going to buy them. We would sell it to her. We were so good at it. But why I thought it was great is, it's sort of indelicate, but sorry, forgive me. We went into the restroom and, you know, it's different for guys. You kind of, everyone's facing the wall and you're kind of doing what you do. And I heard 2 people with lines from that comic book and they were laughing about it and they were quoting the lines from the comic book. And I'm like, we got it. There's 2 guys just hanging out and they're talking. They already know the lines to the comic book. So that's kind of why I've always known that this is a great project, you know?
Oh yeah. I'll ask you one more. So how did you pick the artist? How did you and Chris team up?
So this is the best story. So I actually created Sidekick and a lot of, maybe 4 or 5 years before I found Chris. And what we do is we always say that I was looking like Batman goes looking for Robin. It's like he's trolling for kids. Batman's like trolling for kids, Carrie, and he goes trolling and finds some vulnerable like orphan and then makes him Robin. And
He's
by
like
the way,
Peter Pan with the Lost Boys.
but I'm like asking the question, what's going on here? Like, first of all, why'd you call him Robin? Like, what's that all about? You're a bat, and your sidekick is like some crappy little bird.
It's a little bird.
There's a lot of sexual undertones in that. It is not healthy.
Oh, do you remember there was a cartoon on Saturday Night Live called The Ambiguously Gay Duo?
Okay, yes, I do. Actually, yes. The Ambiguously Gay Duo. So,
Batman basically, yeah.
Yeah, so we actually have a little riff on that. He decides that he's gonna job him out to a bunch of superheroes at the same time, and I'll show you here. I'll share the screen again. The Batman character is called Night Judge, and Night Judge recruits Eddie to be the Stoat, like Robin, right? And Eddie doesn't even know what a stoat is. He has to look it up. It's like a weasel. And then he sort of dresses like that, right? So he goes to meet Night Judge, and he's sort of like arguing with him. And then at the end, on right now.
What?
I don't know why he wants a sidekick.
I can't read it. I don't think I want to read it. What's happening?
Yeah, you don't want to read it. You're going to be mad at me.
Yes.
Yeah.
No, we got off track. Talk about Chris. Come back.
Chris. Yeah. So anyway, Chris is my.
Can see you.
Chris is my trusty ward. Chris is. I was cruising around Artist Alley at Columbus, Ohio, and I come upon this artist, and I immediately know that's the artist for Sidekick, and it was Chris Marina. And I'm like, that's it. You know.
That's awesome. Yeah.
Here, I like this. You got a fan over here, Kino Dude. Just one thing, Kino Dude, you are absolutely right, but it better be Carrie Anne, otherwise she'll come through that screen and kill you.
All I can think of is that one of my favorite songs is really annoying. Is that what does the fox say?
What does the fox say? Exactly right.
That song, if I'm stressed out, that's what I sing when I'm stressed out to like calm down.
That's good though. Well done, Kino Dude. Yeah, so basically we found Chris, and he was sort of like, he was a poor kid, and he had a book, and it was called, I kid you not, it was called Monkey on a Wagon versus Lemur on a Big Wheel. That was his book. And I see this book, and I'm like, that is the funniest thing I've ever seen. This guy has to be the artist for Sidekick. So the way I tell the story is I go up to Chris, and I'm like, hey man, I really like your book. And he's like, hi, Mr. Jenkins, I'm a big fan. And so I recruited him to be we always do like overtly sexual jokes. I recruited him to be my sidekick, my own art sidekick. And we became the #1 boy team in comics. So, yeah.
Oh, what a great story.
Yeah, it's a great origin story, isn't it? Thank you.
Oh my gosh. I think, yeah, I mean, that's pretty much the other questions I had you answered. Like you talked about the game and what that's going to be like. And then, we kind of talked about the inspiration for Sidekick was kind of rolled into all that. So that's kind of all the questions that I have. I don't know if we have any questions from the peanut gallery that may be watching. I don't know how many people we've got. We've lost people. They just jump ship.
Yeah, people just jump ship because they're.
I know. If anybody has any questions, maybe we'll stay on for another couple of minutes and see if anybody's got any questions. But otherwise, we're at our hour.
Oh, we've hit the magic hour. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, this is what I would say then. Thanks everyone for joining us on this great journey of Sidekick, which Carrie Anne has been the recipient of a bit of knowledge right now. She had no idea I was this sick and twisted. I feel bad for you.
It's too late now.
Well, it's about to get worse because we're bringing Sidekick back, and it's going to take over the airwaves. So there you go.
Yeah. Well, make sure if you guys are watching, if you haven't already subscribed to the Meta YouTube channel, please subscribe, hit the little bell so that you get notifications when we go live. We're going to be doing a lot of these next week. Hopefully we'll have Chris on and we'll get to hang out and talk some more about Sidekick. And then we'll be, going through various different comics and projects. Our Fairy Quest Indiegogo is still up and going. If you love fairy tales like I do. I'm like, in my mind, that's where I go. When Paul starts talking about disgusting superheroes, I just like drift off into like fairyland for a little while.
I can bring you back in a heartbeat. I can scare the crap out of you and bring you back. So what we're going to do also in the next coming weeks, we're also going to be showing Warped, which is our spoof science fiction-y thing that we've been doing. So that's going to be a blast. We'll do some little world premieres of Warped. And
get to see both of us act. Wait, both of us. I can't figure out how to point.
But I point to you and then it's wrong. Yeah.
No, wait. I can't figure it out. What the fuck? There we go. Okay. I will.
I've never heard Carrie Anne swear as much as she has tonight. So clearly we're having an effect on her. I think it's wonderful. We're actually turning her from a fairy into a goblin. It's beautiful.
No, I shan't be a goblin.
And that, well done.
Hey, thank you. Yay. I'm the fairy queen. I'm not a goblin.
No, you're too nice, but we're making you say F-bombs all over the place, Karen. It's great. I love it.
No, we can see both of us act in Warped and be stupid and funny, and it was a good time.
Yeah. So tune in next time, and thanks everybody for watching.
Good night.